I'm Darlene Gay, and I have a new show called Give Me That Good News. Let me ask you something. Have you been looking for a place that breaks down the good news in a practical way that you're sure to enjoy and understand? We thank you, God, for resonating in the lives of the believers out there, the lives of the listeners out there, resonating, echoing your love, your mercy, and your grace.
Fill me today with your spirit. Let love, joy, and peace radiate from even me.
Welcome to Give Me That Good News. I'm Darlene Gay. I'm your host. And I have none other than, I'm so excited to introduce you to her. She is none other than Michelle Eklunder.
Thank you. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Michelle is a wellness coach. She is a menopause coach. She is what you need her to be in your life. She is that girl.
Ooh.
And I want to tell you what a blessing it is to have her here in the studio today with us. She is such a blessing. When I say a blessing, she is a blessing. Why? Because she understands where you are in your perimenopause, postmenopause journey, and she can start where you are and help you walk through. And Michelle, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You didn't have to be here. You can be anywhere you would like to be, but you chose to be here on Give Me That Good News, and it's such a blessing. So I want you to tell us, how did you come about becoming a menopause coach?
Okay, well, first, before I get started, Darlene, I just want to say thank you. You are a blessing to me just to invite me here. I mean, look at God, you know? And so when I started this journey, I didn't know what was going to happen. So I didn't know what my menopause journey was going to look like and how I can help people. But to answer your question, what got me here or started here is I've been in the health and wellness industry for over 25 years.
Okay.
And I was known for transforming women's bodies. So I worked as a director at health clubs and spas for the Hilton. I worked at Gold's Gym. I had my own gym. I also had 2 locations. So I knew how the women's body worked. And so until one day, I woke up in a pool of sweat. And I was like, oh God, what is going on? I woke up in a pool of sweat and I was freaking out. And I was like, what's wrong with me? And I honestly thought I was having a stroke. And it's just because in my story, my mom, I grew up with a lot of powerful women in my life. My mom, my aunts, grandma, they all had strokes. So I figured it was my turn. So I woke up and I was like, what's going on? I drove myself to the emergency room. Went to the emergency room, the nurse said, what's going on? I said, I'm having a stroke. Wow. And she said, how are you having a stroke? Mind you, I drove myself to the emergency room. And so she's like, how are you having a stroke? I said, because I woke up and I was sweaty and now I'm really, really cold and I need help and I need to come seek the doctor because my mom, my aunt, and my grandma all had strokes. And she said, okay, let me take your temperature and go sit down. And I'm thinking, go sit down. I'm having a stroke, because no one tells you what it's going to be like when you first have a stroke. You just know that they have the end result is a stroke. So I went, sat down. Long story short, they put me in this room with the doctor and came an intern. He ran my blood work and he said, ma'am, he said, I want to tell you 1, good news, and 2, bad news. Good news is that you didn't have a stroke. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. He said, bad news is you're in menopause. And then he had an intern that walked in with him and said, yeah, your hormones are bad and that you're no longer going to have children. And I was thinking, what? And then so he said to follow up with your doctor the next day. And so when I followed up with my doctor, I was thinking, what is going on? Menopause. With that word menopause, I did not know. All I thought about was menopause are old people. We're old. But mind you, as I said, I was in the health and fitness industry, so I'm not old. I'm fine.
Right.
I'm
and
not
I'm
old.
fit.
And I'm
right?
fit. Okay? You know me. I'm not old. So I was thinking that's for someone else. But then when I went to my doctor, and she said, yes, you are getting old and you're aging. So let's go ahead and run your numbers. And I said, well, I do remember what that little intern Doogie Howser said, that my hormones were off. And so I said, let's check my hormones. And at that moment, my doctor was like, well, maybe you might be a little depressed. And I was like, nope, let's check the hormones. And she checked my hormones. And once she checked that hormone and started realizing that I started to hear the words estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, the doctor was like, yeah, your hormones are low. We're going to give you this medicine to balance you out. And I was like, hold on, because in my history and my career, I'm 100% holistic. So I always did food, exercise, sleep. I had a formula, and I call it my 4R formula.
Okay.
So I said, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and take care of it on my own. So I spent 5 years diving deep in the nutrition wellness industry. And then I started connecting myself with menopause people. I heard the word menopause. My mother never mentioned it. My grandma never mentioned it.
Say it again.
Right?
Yeah.
None of the women in our family mentioned the word menopause. But I knew that that was the word that everybody kept saying. And I thought menopause was aging. But baby, menopause is our best life. Once we get through it, it is our best life.
Yes.
And so what I did was I just dove 5 years in, got certified, took every class I possibly could.
Okay.
And then I started restructuring my current business into a structure to help women and all women to understand that you don't have to suffer. We don't have to. And there is a natural holistic way to control the symptoms. So hopefully that answered your question.
Oh my gosh. That definitely, I hope that resonated with some of you out there. When you have these symptoms, brain fog, hot sweats, no sleep, or can't get to sleep, can't stay to sleep, and others that are big question marks are like, why is my energy low? Why do I feel like, I'm always sad? And, that depression thing, it's because of the chemistry change in your body, you don't recognize that you're depressed.
No, you don't. And I hear several women say that. I look in the mirror and I don't know who this person is now. The belly fat, like you said. And to be honest, there's over 102 symptoms that they found out. Like itchy ear, the things that we notice, like achy, tight fingers, itchy ear, elbow, frozen elbow. But not only that, the brain fog. Brain fog is huge for a lot of us as women, because we get in a mid-conversation and I'll say, oh, Darlene, I think we've all been there before.
It's
like
stuck.
Or you have your glasses on, I can't find my glasses. I can't find my glasses anywhere.
Yes.
And that's contribute to the brain fog.
Yeah.
And that is a dip in our hormones, ladies. It's not something that we just are getting old. Because see, that's the words that we don't want to hear is, oh, we're just getting old.
Yeah. What does that mean?
What does getting old mean?
Yeah.
Which there is no definition. It's how you live your life. And that number doesn't define who you are. And that word menopause is something we're going through. Menopause is not a disease. It's symptomatic. So we go through menopause. We get to the other end and it's going to be wonderful. But we do have to go through it. I think I heard one article say that there's 1.2 billion women in the world and we're all going to go through it. We can't out-work out it. We can't out-spend it. We can't out-drive it. We can't out-exercise. Honey, menopause is coming for all of us.
It is. And I hear people, sadly, that said, I had a hysterectomy.
Yes.
And what does that mean when you're 38 years old and had a hysterectomy?
Well, a hysterectomy is when your ovaries, so a lot of women have hysterectomies, right? So if you go to your doctor, you might have some certain symptoms that the doctor will diagnose that you might need a hysterectomy after trying every effort. And so a hysterectomy is mainly when they remove the organ, just for it to stop the bleeding or whatever symptom that you're dealing with. They will remove the organ so that you can have a better quality of life. That is an option for you women. So that's mainly the cleaning.
But so when you remove that organ, does that mean you
go straight into menopause, ladies?
Okay.
Yes, you do. Yeah, because that organ is supporting that hormone. So when they remove the organ, you will go straight into menopause. So a lot of women go, ooh, I had a hysterectomy and I went straight into hot flashes, night sweats, and belly fat. It happens just like that overnight. And I do believe that your doctor does explain that to you. That is one of the symptoms from having a hysterectomy, which is fine because we can help you control that symptom. So yeah, it's definitely.
That is so good. As you talk about symptoms, as you talk about numbers, these are just kind of, for me who are, blind, my ear is blind to the whole menopause journey. As you speak more about the numbers mean your body changes and it's trying to recover and can't recover.
No, the numbers I'm talking about is your levels, your hormone levels. So when we go to the doctor, you will have set tests that the doctor will request. Everyone is different, so I can't give you exactly the right test or what test because there's not a one size fits all. So when you go to your doctor and you start to talk about your symptoms and say, oh, I'm getting hot, I'm starting to have a hot flash, or I can't sleep through the night. We coined the phrase the menopause hour, which is 3 a.m. The first thing your doctor will do well, first of all, she'll ask you your level of your symptoms. The second is she might refer you to an endocrine, or she might put in lab works to test your estrogen, your progesterone, and your testosterone. Those are our key hormones. I call them our superwoman hormones. And so on that test, we're going to see the level of it. And if it's dipped, now with menopause, what starts with menopause is if you go through 12 months without a period. 12 months, not 12 months and 1 day, because you'll go, oh, I'm not having my period. It might be spotty. I might not have it for 3 months, and bam, the 4th month, I might get a little bit of a gush. Like, oof. Can I say gush?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the 4th month, you might get a presence of a period, and then that means the clock will start all over again. So ladies, if you're in menopause or you feel like you're going through this menopause phase, you will have to have 12 consecutive months. And 12 months, and even if you get 12 months in a day, then it starts all over again.
You start the clock all over again.
All over again. So it's 12 months with the period. And then that's when the doctor will definitely take over and request certain hormone tests for you. And they'll test your thyroid, your estrogen, your progesterone, and your, progesterone.
This is really good stuff. Really good stuff. Oh my goodness. Michelle, I just want to tell everybody she is my menopause coach, okay? Because girl, I had some questions like, wait a minute. And I met her at a menopause conference that we were in Anaheim, California.
Right, it was a menopause show.
Yeah, and so that was a wealth of information. Bone density as another key element that you need to pay attention to as you go through this menopause, perimenopause, and postmenopause journey. And so the perimenopause is kind of a new buzzword, right?
Yes, perimenopause is definitely new. With the scientists and all the research, they're finding out that there's a new time frame for menopause now. Now it's like 35. They're thinking, oh, it's 35 that women are starting to feel symptomatic. You have to understand menopause isn't like a disease. It's not like you have cancer or if you have even a heart condition. No one's going to say, oh, well, I got the menopause. No, it's symptomatic. So women were starting to develop symptoms earlier. So they titled it perimenopause. So if you notice that your mothers and your grandmothers, they haven't heard that phrase. They don't know what perimenopause is. I speak at different women's expos and the menopause show, and women will come in that are older, their grandmothers and their mothers, and they'll bring their aunts and everyone to go, what is this word perimenopause? Perimenopause. It's a new phrase. And so women are getting spotty periods during this period time. They're getting same symptoms. Maybe they might get a hot flash, but they do complain about night sweats around perimenopause. But anything that doesn't feel normal, I advise to go check it out with your doctor and get your blood work checked. And so another thing about perimenopause is, well, there's 3 phases of menopause. So we needed to cover that too. I'm sorry, but
no worries.
It's the perimenopause, which is the first stage. And then remember what I said about the period. So the 12 months with no period, that is the menopause. And then just when we think we're done, we go into what's called postmenopause. And so postmenopause is a phase that can last 6 to 10 years. So we don't know exactly where it will stop. We're learning when it's going to stop. But I have clients right now that are 65 and 70 that are still having hot flashes, night sweats. So depending on your blueprint, which is your mom, you're closest to your mom, so how she went through menopause is how you're going to mirror that same cycle. So my advice to you who's all listening, please talk to your daughters. Talk to the women in your family. And daughters, talk to your mothers and your grandmothers, because we don't want to be unformed. We don't want to not be educated. We deserve to do better. This generation's really good. So we need to do better. Have those conversations, and as you learn, have those conversations with them as well.
So in your menopause coaching, when did you discover women really need me?
Oh, well, that's...
Women really need help out there because we're not talking about it. It's almost a silent condition. I had frozen shoulder, and my doctor is like, "Oh, you're going through menopause." What?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, it's
what's
true.
this like frozen shoulder? Physical issues have to do with my body changing.
Yeah.
And so I was in disbelief for maybe a whole year.
Yeah.
Going through therapy.
Yeah, because we don't think about it. It goes back to, we don't know the word menopause. So we're not thinking, oh, the shoulder is frozen because of menopause, you know? And when I met you, you were going with your struggles.
Yeah.
And going back to when or why are these happening? When's the time that we're going to have to check? And what made me think that women are struggling? Because when I was going through my career, right, I started off with my profession. And in my profession, I was helping a lot of women. But I saw a roadblock, and I saw women weren't feeling successful in the plans that I created. You know, I have articles about the things that I have done and transformed women's bodies, and it all stopped at a certain point. And I'm thinking, what is going on? And women would come back to me and say, Michelle, I've tried everything. I've changed my diet. I've worked out. It's just not moving. The needle's not moving. What is going on? And I thought, if you did everything, what's going, and why wouldn't it move? And I started looking at women, and as I went through my struggles, I'm thinking, oh my God, I am so sorry. Instead of looking at the woman, I need to start looking at the hormones.
Yes.
And so I started coaching women and working with women with their hormones and their symptoms. And what got me started was, it started as my profession, and God changed it to my calling. Because he brought women to me that were struggling, and I actually was able to help them go through my process that I developed. As a woman of faith, I said, okay, God, here I am. Because I had no other answer. And I knew that if this is for me, he will open the door. And he turned this into my calling.
Yes.
It's no longer a profession.
Yes.
And I have been changing lives, and God has opened the door and brought the right clients to me.
Yes.
And I have truly blessed for that.
And they keep coming because, honey, this is a thing. And it ain't going away. You can't set the door on it. It's true in living. And that's the thing. You can pray all you want to. You're still going to go through it. And God has placed people like Michelle in women's lives to usher them through, to walk them side by side through all of the things that encompass perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. And that's what I really want you to get from today. I need you to reach out to Michelle, have a consultation with her. She gives you a 30-minute free consultation to find out what's going on with you, to find out how she can help you, and to see, if you are in need of her services or not. But I would encourage you. She has helped me change my life and my family's life, because we eat better. We have
Amen.
more options to have flavorful food. I'm not, carrying or picking up carry out and take out, and I want to call them the COVID habits, because during COVID, that's all we were doing is calling, ordering, and having people Grubhub, come in the doors. And that's the thing. We as Black people know how to eat with nutrition in mind. But sometimes we get away with that because of our lifestyle. And Michelle's here to get in your business, to find out what your lifestyle is like and how she can help modify that. It's such a blessing, because she does it in a gentle way. She doesn't scold you. I don't do well with scolding. And she doesn't scold you. She wants to find out and encourage you, find out where you are and encourage you along your journey. And that is the blessing and that's the uniqueness of Michelle's touch in your life. She's there for you, she's supportive, and she really wants to know how you can get better. And there's always room for improvement. There's always room for improvement for me. She helped me lose 10 pounds, without really trying. I haven't worked out, but,
Are we talking about you? I didn't know we were going to talk about you.
That's on the agenda.
Yes,
I'm sharing with them my testimony of how you, Michelle, have influenced my life, influenced my family's life, and really got us on a right pathway in terms of nutrition and learning about nutrition.
Yeah. It's easy to do, because when you work together, I don't have a plan. I don't have it where I'm giving you a diet plan. So I meet, like you said, you hit it on the nose. I meet you where you are, and I give you the tools for longevity, for you can use for your family. But most important, the tools that we work on help you bring down your symptoms. You're not symptomatic anymore. The woman that's standing here today, you're not suffering. You have you're able to function, you're able to make good decisions and choices. So at My Total Me, which is my name of my company, what we do is we do that. We meet you where you are. We give you the tools, and we bring down the symptoms holistically. And it's important that I have to get this message out. You have to do something. You cannot sit and suffer in silence. And it's hard and it's confusing, because one of the I do need to share is that there is a research, it's the SWAN study, and it states that African American women, we go in 8 years early and we stay longer. Okay, so we go into menopause earlier and we stay longer. Okay, so keep that in mind, that we are that culture that, we're good at everything we do, but my goodness, we're going into menopause earlier and we stay longer. But women, we don't have to suffer. We do not have to suffer alone. So yeah.
And I'm a testament to what she's saying. I can fit in my clothes now. I was so not happy about the weight I was gaining, and I was eating the same food, which made me confused. So I thought I had fibroids, and I went to my doctor. We had a ultrasound, all of that. They're like, you ain't got that.
which is good.
They're like, you need a nutritionist. I was like, what? I need a nutritionist. I know all about nutrition. Like, I know all the smoothies, all the. I thought I knew about nutrition, but I knew nutrition as a 20-year-old, as a 30-year-old,
Exactly.
not a 40 and 50-year-old.
Exactly.
And that's what Michelle comes into your life and explains to you what you think you know, what you've been doing wrong, what the internet is not telling you, and that you can do this holistically. You can do this from the food in your pantry. You can do this. And it made me realize that she flat out said, you've been starving yourself. Your body's hoarding the food. That's why you're gaining weight.
Storing the food.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Hoarding and storing is the same thing for me.
Yes.
But it's such a blessing to know.
Yeah, it goes back to, we meet you where you are. I have to repeat that again because I have women who are on hormone replacement therapy. And if that's your choice, that's good. Do what works for you and your body. My body, my choice. We're at this age, we're at midlife age where we can make good decisions for ourselves and good choices, I should say. And also the holistic route. And that's what you have chose, to go the holistic route. And it worked for you. You're very successful because you followed the plan. It wasn't strict. It's just a lifestyle change. And so I want people to understand that just making changes in your life will make a difference in your symptoms, but it'll make a difference in this new person that you've become. Midlife is our best life because, one, our children are older.
Yes.
We're more successful. We feel more confident. We're not chasing money.
We have more money.
We have more money. That's what I wanted to say. Ladies, we are not chasing the dollar at this point, hopefully.
Yeah.
And if we are, we're enjoying our life. We have to only think of ourselves.
Right.
And as women, we put everyone in front of us. We put our kids before us, our careers. We put our lifestyles in front of us. And so what we want to do now is focus on making us better from the inside out.
Say that again. Say it
Make
right
yourself better from the inside out. We don't want to just survive. We want to thrive in menopause. And at My Total Me, we help you. We walk with you to make this journey successful, because you don't have to struggle. And one thing, you don't have to struggle alone. We're all going through it.
Yep.
You can't outrun it. It's menopause. It's coming.
Yes. I love that. Well, this is wrapping up our show. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today. I'm Darlene Gay with Give Me That Good News. If you have a prayer request, please call the prayer line at goodness, here's menopause again.
It's okay.
I know the number. It's 909-656-3776. Again, 909-656-3776. And if you have a love gift, please go to our website at powerpraise.com. Go to the giving button, click on the prompts, and follow and give from your heart. I don't get any of the proceeds. Michelle don't get any of the proceeds. It goes to our beautiful network. And so we love you. We thank you so much for joining in. I hope something that was said resonates with you.
Yes.
So that you can not be alone. You can reach out to Michelle. Reach out to My Total Me. Go ahead, Michelle. Say
at My Total Me. So definitely go online, mytotalme.com. You can schedule a free consultation. It's 30 minutes. It's on Zoom, so it's in the quiet, peaceful of your home. Just you and I are having a conversation. I can give you some tools or strategies on what's going on. And like us at My Total Me on Instagram and Facebook, or Total Me 50 at TikTok.
Yep.
So definitely, let's go. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I'm here for you, ladies.
All right. Thank you so much. And this is Darlene signing off on Give Me That Good News. Until next time, God bless, be well, and go, God, go. Amen.
You're watching Power of Praise TV. We trust God.